Hello guys, it's RP here. We're back. We're finally doing part 5, I think, of Danganronpa. And I'm here with FNAF, Mr. FNAF.
What's up, people?
Yeah. And of course, Steam has to update.
Hey, when that happens.
Yeah, me too. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Ooh, let's do it, boys.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah, guys, we haven't done an episode in a good, couple of days, so...
Launch, yeah. Launch the rocket.
Launch. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, you know what it
Yeah.
Danganronpa.
Alright. About to press start.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean, man? Thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey!
In that case, I don't want to do it.
What?
Well, why the heck not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in position to destroy all the evidence you want. Here.
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based friends with the two of them. With these stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. I didn't place my hand on Duncan's wife's body. I touched her wrist to test for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if you did survive something like that.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, just wait a sec. That means
What?
that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or anything? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Somebody save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Oh my god.
Just a second. Anyway.
Can't let anything distract me right now. Well, okay, then let's talk to Celeste.
Oh,
So you finally know.
What the crap?
What is what? I was looking through the Mark and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
huh?
Huh? What are you talking about? Alright, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Samantha died? She died in the Kodo's dorm.
Ah!
She's right.
Eh?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong, right? For one night, I traded dreams with her. She was afraid.
What the heck?
Just to believe that. Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. I have no idea if y'all can hear me or not. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sarah. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation. Construct an argument to come to a final decision. And get this wrong.
So-
But do I really have to say it anymore?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
We'll pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko and
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. Just before we realized it.
Yo,
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
hey, damn it!
Let me just say this right now. Whatever the settlement firm did this is here right now, they've been here destroying the
You're fucking dead!
They better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and kill them. Guys are scoring myself. Seriously, I'll mess them up. Lighting his dead hang in the air. He and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We're looking not to do anything in particular. We already know because, what are you implying? Like,
this is very suspicious.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me, man. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me now?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't try. It's not for sure that the photo is guilty yet. It's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. And if I wanted to, I could help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with the bullet. I'll take some one more. Like, black out.
Oh, yeah?
Or whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. I guess I better be going. Hey, don't go yet. You have to figure it out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does anyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why did they have to suspect me? Has to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way my Akuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka? Alright, we must investigate, boy. Alright. The victim was Sayaka Marzona. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stabbing wound to the abdomen. God, I can't speak today. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive and go forward. I have to find out how she was killed. Nice. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, let's get out of here. Use the gym, yes. Take a look at this. Inside the display case are trophies and other items. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out of here. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Alright, let's go, mate. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Now let's check that out. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Oh, dang. Okay. Alright, let's look at this. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right, we'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into my room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any other reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did you kill it? Okay. Check out the cameras. Huh? Oh, that ain't even a camera. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Maybe. There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the heck happened here? Alright. There are scratches and gouges on my wall bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Darn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something.
Wait.
It would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All the rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Alright? There are scratches and gouges on my walls of bed. Is that evidence? Oh, it's the same thing.
Well.
Okay, let's check this out. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Let's see. The toolkit is still inside the door. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my
What?
God.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building friggin' furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted stairs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause why the heck would you? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, seriously though, what? Ooh, still got this. It's the display stand the sword was on. Okay. Is there anything else we need to check out? Wait, what the? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it tobacco or the
Well?
That's the question, isn't it? Nice. Alright, does that mean I can finally go in now? The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. Oh, no, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Oh, Jesus. Looking at it made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. And God, can't speak today. She had lost everything that made her. So, all at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. Like, I can't hesitate now. Why? Why does Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Alright, that's a lot of blood, not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that must be from the sword. Wait, what's this? Looks like some sort of, some sort of, like, can you see like 3 numbers? I mean, 2 numbers. A 3 and a 7. Okay. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw. What? Written in blood were the numbers 11, 0, 37. I could do this? Use the bathroom? Yeah, let's leave.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? What? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was the final message. It's as if she wrote it by
Right.
itself. You often talk like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what do it mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we saw, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, you know what the result would be? The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not gonna
Makoto.
tell me? You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain uncondemned. No idea what you're trying to say, but It's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. It sounds like Kyoko knows what good dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. You know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Oh, you mean how?
What?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame. But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
That's right.
The doorknob. You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Hey. Let's talk to Kyoko again.
So then,
I know that. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
it would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this wasn't... What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. I mean the girl's bathroom to lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with the sudden realization, she shot a question at
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell her? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears it up. How what clears what up? I'm so
Goodbye.
lost. I'll see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Okay. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. Alright guys, so we're gonna exit. And now we have two things to look at, okay? Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the map. Okay. Boom, the map. So, first apparently the left, well, it is a kitchen knife, so we're gonna go to the dining hall. I guess we have to talk to this girl or something. And then after that, we're gonna go to the CD room and check out Sayaka's DVD. So yeah, guys. Just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. First, we're gonna go to the dining hall. And we're gonna see where that knife comes from. Alright, let's go in here. Wow, this is cool. Never seen this before. Now, where's the knife? Oh, right there. Okay. it missing from the very beginning, or I'd rather see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Leave the kitchen, yeah, boy. Alright, boys, let's get out of here and. Alright, guys, next up, let's check out the CD room, or what? No, the DVD. Okay, we're gonna check out. Excuse me, we're gonna check out the DVD. Which, where even though? Oh, okay. I see them. Yeah, they should be right in here. Alright. There's nothing inside. That's all I can interact with. And how do I... Hold up. Then how does one say up the DVD? I am so lost. Refill. Help. Yeah, help me. Where would the DVD be? I'd like to think it's in the box, but I don't know. What's it?
Listen to me!
You have a second, Makoto. I've uncovered something most unusual. The door.
You hear me? Got it! Ha 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 ha!
Alright. Okay, but seriously, guys. What's this? Okay, but actually though, how does one get, you know what, let's go back to the dining hall and let's cut to Allie. Okay? So yeah, I'll see you guys when I get there. Wait, hold up, y'all. Okay, what if, say after actually threw the DVD in the trash? I mean, she could have done that. You never know. So I'm going to go back to Makoto's room. So let's go over here. Let's actually. Here we go. so I can't go inside my room. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. The worst character in the game. Very strange. Mr. Naive, what was Miss Marzona doing in your room?
Most suspicious.
I absolutely would not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm good?
Most suspicious.
Seems like...
I guess let's talk to Ellie.
Yeah, totally. That's right. Well...
Let's get out of here. Okay, now I'm starting to get kind of mad, okay? Here, Philly, let me inside the trash room.
Most suspicious.
Dude, chill. Maybe? Alright. Okay, where even is... Oh, it's right up here. I am an idiot. Alright. So this right here is the trash room. So hopefully when we go outside, Hifumi will actually greet us and know it's inside. Come on, Hifumi.
Monokuma appears!
Alright. The end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school usually lines up. How do you
No, you can't go any further!
No, don't actually be on this point. Only the person on the cleaning duty is allowed to.
No, you can't go any further! No, you can't go any further! No, you can't go any further!
Kinda interesting, right? And Hifumi's room just happens to be right here.
Mr. Naegi! There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way. So it would seem.
What if I try to go to everyone's room? Leon.
Hey, you bastard! I mean, seriously?
Well then, let's talk to Hifumi. What? Oh god, what was Sakura doing? Okay. That's a big issue. Come on. I'm going to Hifumi first, right? Okay, there you are, you big me yesterday and asked me to take care of it without someone on cleaning duty. The school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate and throw the trash in?
Here we go!
It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. To do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. They were supposed to roast it once a week, so eventually you'll be fine.
Very strange.
Boy, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room. And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash and open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? More! That does seem more convenient,
So, in other words,
actually.
so that's it.
That must be that. They would just go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted. Then destroying evidence would be the control would disappear. Things would become boring.
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fatty, what? You want the cleaning duty, did you?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
But I know why you did it.
Is it, like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash. Before, you know, I'm poking around at it.
there's no way to think about this in a common sense.
You know what I mean.
There's all kinds of trash figures like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
Completely unfortunate.
Spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D. I volunteer. The only thing 3D is good for is download and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC thing.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? You're so worried about Sumi's questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is cleaning, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm? That's not how it's supposed to be. Anyway, on another topic, Fumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save the village or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You!
Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Like, to open the door. You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. He said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Forever, please,
Da-da-da-da-da!
you don't believe it to me. He pulled his key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi! Without a doubt.
Surely Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You think you planned this all along? No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer tried to, destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep going. Okay, I see a couple of things on the board. A green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. Okay, what's this? I see this crystal thing. Kinda looks like a gem, not gonna lie. Or a diamond. There are shells of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass. Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. That's a Dragon Ball Z reference. I'm kidding aside. It's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be the gym. Still being there. What did I just... I cannot
This
speak to
ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever...
Oh, okay. Ah, that was background noise. I couldn't tell if y'all heard that or not. Okay, let's continue. And what is that? There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth and the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cup. Which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. There are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Alright, boss.
Yes, in...
Somebody turn it on, guys. Okay. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. Oh my god. Who's calling? Jesus Christ. The whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off. And there was glass shards and burnt clothes went.
Completely unforgivable!
Will you be confessing soon? Am I still... Yeah, I am. What do you mean?
That's it! I'm sure of it!
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mistakes. This is before the trial. I'm in the trash room with the shooting. Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay, cool. Hello everyone that's probably watching this
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm just calling the speaker so I can make the decision after. Yeah, sorry for that.
Is that the truth? Okay. Alright, boys, let's get out of here. Okay, I won my turn. Right. Let's go. Hopefully I can play the DVD this time. Because I talked to Allie, I did the thing in the trash room. Hopefully.
Wait, what DVD?
Oh yeah, Sayaka threw away some DVD and we get to look at it, I think. Hopefully. I'm not thinking. Okay, how does one even play the DVD? And I've already talked to Tucker. He is no help. Maybe we'll have to go to the gym or something. I don't know.
What the heck?
Huh? I'm...
For this DVD.
I mean, you can just blow up the building and the DVD should appear.
True that.
But why don't they just blow up the building like in the first
Yeah, I don't know what Poke's doing now, but whatever. Can I go inside this room? look in the DVD room again.
For now, bye.
Alright, bye. Okay. Boy, so, I'm an idiot, okay? So apparently I was put over in Character's room. Actually, I did not know you could go inside there, but apparently now you can. So yeah. Go inside, boss. First we go inside the one that says Makoto. There we go. Trash bin. There can only be one thing in the trash bin. Boom! There it is, boys. We found the DVD. Yes, finally. We got it. Let's get out of here. Woo! Tell me I'm still recording. Yes, I'm still recording. Good. Go. Oh my god, I wish I could jump in this game. Alright, let's go to the DVD room. Oh god, what am I doing? Go. We're going to the DVD room, boys. We're going. Let's go. Play the DVD. Let's do it. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. Yes. Let's go. Oh, nice. Okay. An image slowly appeared. It looks like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friends they said have been so important to her. Oh, that's nice. So, what was she so scared about? She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of love. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to flow out of the
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful.
But then what? Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the frick is that? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that, the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he wasn't even able to get to them? That really did happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Oh, what do you want, Monokuma?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Let's go! Alright, I'm excited, boys. Are y'all excited for
Now
this
then,
trial?
allow
Our
me to
first
appoint
trial
a
after
proper
so
location
long
for the proceedings.
running all around the school looking for Sayaka's DVD.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oh my god. Okay, let's have to go. Oh my god. Alright, here we go, boys. Woo, here we go. Let's go in. Let's go inside. Woo. Alright. Hope you guys are ready. I don't know what to expect. You're like Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka? Is it really one of us? Oh no, what
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the court where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
This also means that I have returned from like a few minutes ago.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do the first class trial. I'm excited, so I don't know what to expect. Okay, let's go. How do I start?
Well,
Let's begin.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Makoto.
If you're a CRB veteran, then you understand yeah, Kyoko's my girl. They must have come up with Alright, the steel blocks descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement.
This steel box elevator there now. No one ever call an elevator a steel box. It's called an elevator.
I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Maybe some people going down like an elevator in the hospital or something because I don't know.
Oh god, okay.
It's the fire.
What do you mean? Doesn't it feel just like a good corner? Like a Hollywood movie, right?
shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now,
Okay, okay. Everyone find your science team. Yeah. And so the turn on the first case open. A deadly a deadly real, a deadly defense, oh my gosh, that was all this deadly real. A deadly flash fire.
See, it's funny because one of them ends up dead. Yeah, sure, stupid.
Yeah, stay safe. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I want to overwrite.
What's this class title that modern humans are using? When the photos sweep away the cloud of sus surrounding. Oh, you can't finish. I'm trying to detect it.
Alright, we got all our evidence.
What's this alley have to do with this?
I have no clue.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
It's FNAF. Are you okay? Yeah, just pulls out that Waluigi cross.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
I just put in FNAF's DMs, I mean, Jesus.
What's going on with those pictures?
Now we just say where, I mean where.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
One that gets a seat.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Oh god.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
Alright. It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is.
It's Leon.
We all know that.
Like, legit, everyone knows that Leon is the killer.
Alright. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear? Yes! 'Cause I've never done this before. Okay.
He just said it's not Liam. Like, FNAF just said it's not Liam.
Bruh.
I said Leon. FNAF.
Alright, any real...
Leon.
You found a...
And he goes
Load into this. Okay, use your mouse to aim the file. Okay.
FNAF is L-E-O-N, not L-I-O-N. You need to fix the English classes.
Good.
Guys, like when it's spinning, they're legit cardboard cutouts. They're just flat.
Yeah.
Flatter than Coco. Like flatter than Coco. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, okay, let's do this. Make your argument.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. with the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong! No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. With more proof to be...
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Imagine if Makoto was like saying this out loud and everyone was just looking at him like, well, what the hell are you talking about? Bro, you planning on shooting us?
Alright, there we go. Hours of count.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong! Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Same.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
True.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove I can?
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in ours, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Well, yeah. Why did you say that?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
So it was a suicide.
Ooh. Okay, so the person that took the knife from the kitchen is Monica.
I got it!
Right, yeah.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Seriously though, why does Sakura sound like a smoker?
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
Man, shut up, Toko!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something, and until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Hold up, Hangman's Gambit? What? Okay. Alright. Alright.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto could...
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind.
Shoot!
Oh, wait, I got it. Where is it? Come on. Boom!
I got it!
You got it, boy.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
What? What? Right.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Yeah, let's learn more.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the back room.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the back room.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong! The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Alright, thanks for actually having brain.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
That voice though.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh! As a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Right, shut up, man. You're like the worst character in this whole game.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Franchise, but the whole game.
And there's no way she'd let someone in because... What is it?
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yes.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
what if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility? I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique. But even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was in.
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Yeah, who did it? Leon.
Yeah, Leon. Who did it, Leon? We have no idea, Leon. It was the killer, Leon. I have no idea.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Alright, bye.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Yes.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the...
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Boom, there we go.
I got it!
Boom, I got it!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
Yeah, that's gold.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right?
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, there's more? Are you kidding me?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack! Shoot! When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
God, what do you want from me?
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No, what's wrong? Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. I got it!
Yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on, if that's right, then the one...
I got it!
Got it.
Sayaka? She had...
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yes!
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, and if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because
what?
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Oh, now y'all want to talk about it.
11037.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Wait, there's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her left index finger.
I got it!
Yeah.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Sakura, oh my god, Sakura, I thought you were this brain.
Rotate the image 108.
Oh my god.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Yes, alright, let's find out, boys. Let's do it. It's not Makoto. It's not Saya. It's not my boy Taco. It's not Jungle. He should have died. It's not Small Brain Sakura with those huge muscles and probably on steroids. Not my girl. Not my boy. It's not Tough Boy with that Doritos down there. Not Howie. Not my Kumar. That's the hero. Not my Akira. Not Celeste. It's gotta be Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah, yep, we got it, boys. Leon, you're dead, man. Come on now. Let's go. Come on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on that. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
But consider the message.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Shoot!
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
How did someone turn the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite sure it was off last time I was down here. That was the work of the fairy.
Hifumi had the key, So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Ooh.